guys! Welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, welcome. My name is Nivea and I'm back for another tutorial video. This time I will be teaching you how to paint this rose right here using watercolors. So without further ado, let's go straight to the tutorial. To start off, paint first the shadows or the dark parts of the rose. So here I brushed a very light wash of red on dry paper. The red I used here is a mixture of cadmium red and burnt umber. While the first layer of paint is still wet, I dropped a darker mix of cadmium red and burnt umber and blended it gently. The same method applies to all the petals of the rose. Don't worry too much about this part because you can go back and darken the shadows again once the first layers are already dry. By the way, I use only one size of brush here. It's size 6. I love this brush because not only can I use it for bigger spaces in my artworks, but also it's already good for detailing. However, if you feel like switching to a smaller brush size, especially when working on the center of the flower, go on, as long as that's what makes you comfortable. I'm almost done with the first layer of paint in all the petals, and it's the same process as I've said. Here I started working on the little folds and creases at the center of the rose. You may switch to a smaller brush size at this part if you want to. For me, size 6 is already good to use for this size of the flower. I may switch to a smaller one if it's a smaller rose I'm painting. we're almost done with the center of the rose. Just make sure to control the amount of paint in your brush so that it's easier to blend colors, especially on smaller areas of the painting. For me, I just dip the tip of the brush to the paint, wipe it a little on a tissue before I brush it on the paper. This is already the second layer of paint. I just put more cadmium red and burnt umber to the mixture that I used for the first layer. I'm painting on dry paper here, by the way, and to make sure the paint blends softly, I constantly wipe off the excess paint on a tissue. Here I went back to the center of the rose to darken the shadows and make the petals more obvious. Now that we're done with all the layers on the petals, next step will be to paint the veins. I want to achieve soft looking veins, so I brushed a little amount of clean water over the area and waited for a few seconds, then painted thin curves following the curve of the petal. Next, I defined the creases at the edge of the petals, and to do that, I brushed a little amount of water to the area and dropped the paint at the crease and let it gently blend towards the center of the flower, also following the curve of the petal. Right here, I painted thinner veins on dry paper using the light wash of red that I used a while ago. So our painting looks like this. And that's it for today's tutorial. Thank you so much guys for watching. Please don't forget to like this video and subscribe if you have not subscribed yet, and also click the notification bell so you won't miss any of my new uploads. Thank you so much and see you in my next videos. Goodbye!